वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. I warmly welcome to entire Sangat. In today's lecture, every week we are discussing different topics of Gurbani in English. So topic for this week is ungrateful. This is very common thing, very basic thing, and that is much required in our daily life as well. Ungrateful, we can see most of the people in today's life are ungrateful. And this is a pain as well. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji also identified this problem because this problem was on very big level. Kete Laila Mukkar Pahe. There are many people who take and forget. There are many people who get something but forgets. And this is also a problem. We are ready to take something, we are ready to get something, but we want the entire things and we are never able to say thanks in the return. There are many reasons behind it. Sometimes it happens because we did not work for it, we did not work hard to get something. Easily if we get it, we just think it just belongs to me. This is also one of the reasons why we are not being thankful, why we don't show our gratitude. The reason behind, sometimes we'll feel these things belongs to me only. I had a right, so it was just my thing, so it is okay. We no need to say thanks. This is what comes in our mind sometimes. So Guru Nanak Sahib Ji says, Kete la mukkar pahe. Kete means I cannot count. There are many and many, so many people in this world who just take. And there is one more reason why we becomes like this. What happens sometimes from childhood, we did not hear the word no. Whatever we are demanding, we are getting it easily. We never recognize, we are never ever able to feel it, how hard our parents are working, how they manage to get something for us. But what happens, we never been told no, so we take it so lightly. We think like it's just my right, or if we are able to get something big, then only we say thanks, then only we feel like it was something hard. So that is the thing from the beginning only. Sometimes these things born with us as well. As Gurbani also says, the moment we born, Jamme Sai Visarya. The moment we born, we forgot God. So from entire life after that, we are just trying to remember God once again. Bhai Gurdas ji also told about earth. Earth is speaking with God. Earth is speaking to God and sharing his problem, sharing its problem and saying, I feel so much burden on me. So then God asks, like, do you feel burden? Like there are so many mountains, there are a lot of other things, heavy things on you. Is this the reason you feel burden? So then Earth replied, Na tis pare parbata asman khahande. I don't have burden of big mountains. The sky touching mountains are not much, they don't have much weight. I'm okay with it. Then again, Na tis pare kot gad kar bar desande. I don't feel weight for visible forts, house, and any other things. They are also not feel heavy to me. Then, Nath Spire Saira Nad Vahande. I don't feel burden, I don't feel weight of rivers and ocean. These all things are so light. I don't feel much burden. Okay. And again, Earth says, I don't feel weight of fruit laden trees, and these are also not heavy. And there are many species on this world. There are many kind of animals, birds, and human beings. I don't feel weight. then why do you feel burden? Then pare pui akirtkan mandi hu mande. Then Earth says, I feel the burden of the people who are ungrateful. I feel the burden of the people, those who are thankless. I feel the burden, those who are thankless, unthankful, and the one who never shows their gratitude, whatever they are getting. So in today's topic, we will try to understand the meaning of ungrateful and how can we recover it and what are the reasons why we becomes like this. So here Earth says, I just feel the burden, I feel weight, but just for those few peoples. Otherwise, I am okay. So one another thing again by Gurdas ji is told one another story as well. Mad vich ridda pae ke kutte da mas. Now he's just showing a picture of a poor lady who just carried the meat of dog after cooking in wine. Meat of a dog cooked in wine, and she put that meat in a skull of human. Ratu parya kapda kar sajjan tas. Then what she did next? After that, once she put meat of a dog in a skull, then she covered that with a cloth that was filled with, that was wet with blood. So these kind of things, like this is what the dirty thing that a poor lady was holding. Then someone asked to that lady, we are able to see you are not carrying anything important, any good thing. It's just a dirt. Still you are trying to cover it. What is the reason? Then that lady replied, Nadri pavai akirtkan mat hoye vinas. I don't want the sight of an ungrateful person. That is why I'm covering all these things. So the sight of that ungrateful person may be more bad. She's just trying to say in that way. In day-to-day life, we forgot to say thanks to our family, to our brother, sister, our friends, everyone. This is just a very small and short word is thank you that can make someone's day. They, by saying these words, by showing gratitude, we can feel a lot of happiness in the next person. This is not so hard. Just small two words. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for providing me these things. Thank you for helping me in another ways. And sometimes some people helps us by going out of the box. And we may don't realize about this. And ungrateful people don't get proper respect in society, not even on the religious way as well. Because thanks is the one that create closeness to any person. Another person, a kirtikana, what we feel we got something less. I deserved a lot more, but I got so less. That is why we don't say thanks. This is also one of the reason. We believe I deserve more, but I'm getting less. So there is no point to say thanks. We feel like this. So this is the reason complaints. So if we are feeling I'm getting something less, but I deserve more, then a new disease born. The name of that disease is complain. Then we always complain about each and everything, and complaints always create more and more conflict in any relationship. For example, if a wife complaining to her husband every day, you are not good in these things, you are not good in those things, I'm not happy with you. And the same way, if son or a husband is also complaining to his wife, you are not good in cooking, you are not good at your work, you are doing these things are bad, you are not able to manage the things. If both are complaining each and every time, then relationship will not work so good. There will be more and more conflicts. But if they can show gratitude, if they can say thanks to each other, if they can appreciate each other, yes, you are doing a lot of hard work. I do, I do see, I can watch, you are working so hard. That may give more energy to a husband or a wife. अकिर्त कण को रखे ना कोई नरक कोर मह पापना. Then Guruji says, a Kirtkane doesn't get respect even at his home or in friend circle or in anywhere in the family. But maybe people are not getting, maybe people are not able to, but God, a Kirtkana no palda, Prab Nanak Sad Baksand. What is the nature of God? He give food. He will not stop air of any person. He will not stop breathing of any person, the one who is not grateful. God will never stop sunlight or water supply to any person, even if you don't say thanks, even if one is don't pray to God. Let's try to understand more about a Sikh history, a true story from Sikhism's history, from Sikh history. This is a time of 10th Guru, Shri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji. Guru Sahib Ji had a cook named Gangu. He used to cook for Guruji and for the family. He spent many years with Guruji. Later, he left it and Guruji also left the fort. And then at the point of Sarsa Nadi, Guruji and two of his big sons, Vadde Sahibzade, went into another way. Mata Gujri ji and Chote Sahibzade came in a different way. They both got separated. Firstly, Mata Gujri ji took or stayed for some time at Kamomashki's house. He served and he helped, he provided all those things, whatever he could. He provided food and other facilities, whatever and whichever was possible by his end. Then Gangu came to Guruji and then Gangu came to the mother of Guruji and said, Mata Gujri ji and Sahibzade, you can stay at my house. I stayed at your house for long and long time at your fort. I cooked for you. I stayed there and I got a lot of money and all other things. So I'm very thankful to you. You may come and sit at my home. But Mata Gujriji thought, yes, he is showing his gratitude. He is being thankful. But the reason was something else. As soon he took Mata Gujriji and Chote Sahibzade at his home, firstly he tried to steal the money that Mataji had. He got caught. Mataji asked him, if you want, you could take it. You don't need to take it at night, or you don't need to do any kind of thief. You don't need to be a thief. You can take it. But then after taking that money, he gave the information to Subai Sarhan that the family of Guru Gobind Singh Ji at my house, because at that time ruler was against Guruji and they were looking for Guruji and Guruji's family. So just to get some sort of money, he gave the information about Guruji's mother and two sons, Chote Sahibzade. He forgot. He stayed at Guruji's fort. Guruji helped him by every possible way, but he did not realize. Just to get some more money, he gave Mataji and Chote Sahibzade's information to Subai Sarhan. Later, they got caught and Chote Sahibzade also got martyrdom as well. So it was the example from the Sikh history. These things may happen in our day-to-day life as well. We may help someone, but later they also harmed us. There are two other ways of being ungrateful person. One, we can just show not gratitude and we just feel it was my right to get it. I deserved it, so I no need to be thankful. One. Another, another kind of ungrateful people, those who even harm to other person, as we saw and as we just discussed the story of Chote Sahibjada, Joravar Singh ji, Sahibjada Joravar Singh and Sahibjada Fateh Singh. So that cook, he played a different role, the one who harmed, not even harmed, who took life of Chote Sahibjade and Mataji as well in a indirect or direct way, whatever we can say, because he was the one who gave the information about family. So later, this is what happened. Now the another thing comes, why are we not thankful every day? Because if we are, what is the solution? As we are so ungrateful, so how should we overcome it from it? The thing that we need to do is we are not being thankful. The reason behind, we don't know the value. Sometimes what happens, if we have some things, we don't know the value. If we don't have, then we know the value. Once we achieve it, once we get it, then we don't know the real value. But later, if we lose that thing, then what happens? Maybe we know more about it. Actually, the truth is, if after getting something, if we lose it, then we comes to know the real value, and the value of that thing much and much increased. Once upon a time, a king was looking for happiness. He had a lot of money. He was ready to give entire of his money even. And he said, I want happiness. I don't know what is happiness. He asked to many saints, many sages, many monks, like, I want to know, I want to get happiness. Could you please help me? He was just searching about it. Then someone told him, yes, we know one saint. He's such a religious person. Definitely he could help you. That person gave the address of that saint to the king. Then king took a bag completely filled with gold coins. He put a lot of gold coins, covered the bag, and as soon king reached to that person, that saint, he put that bag of that gold coin next to that sage and said, I want happiness. King asked. That sage opened his eyes and looked at that bag. There were many gold coins inside it. He holded the bag and ran away. Now king was behind him. As that saint was old and he was very familiar with that area. So after some time, king was not able to find him. King was not able to catch him. And he got tired and sat at some place. Then king decided, I am not able to find him. I cannot find him. I was just looking for happiness. I thought he's a saint, he's a sage, he's a monk. He put a bag of gold coin next to him, but he was so dumbfounded that he just took and ran away. It was so stunning. The moment king sat, then what happened? That sage threw that bag of gold coins next to the king. As soon the sight of the king fall on the bag, he holded the bag, hugged the bag and said, oh my God, thank God, I got it. Then that saint asked, king, did you get happiness? Did you get any glimpse of the happiness? Did you feel it? Then king replied, yes. How is it possible? What happened? He had that money, but he thought now he has lost it. So he was in tension. He was thinking about it. The moment he received it, then he realized he already had the happiness. So the concept or value of this story is not about money. It's about we already have happiness inside us. We just need to find it. We are not able to see because we are looking at those things which are not with us. This is the reason we are not thankful. Because if we are healthy, for example, we are just thinking, I'm healthy, I should be. I don't need to be thankful. But once we lose our health, then we get so much problem. For example, as we are just looking at our screen as well, a small story of this as well. Family members in day-to-day life, even I have watched at many places, if family members are sitting together, 3 of them or 4 of them, all are using their mobile phones. They don't have much time to discuss with each other. They are much occupied in other things. But what happens later, if any of the family member expires, no more, then they miss them like anything. But the moment the family member was with him or her, we did not knew the value. This is the problem. Normally people cry if someone goes. The main reason is we do realize we had more time to spend with him or her, but we did not. So we must give some time to our family. We must be thankful to our parents. We must be thankful to our friends. Whoever is helping you in any possible way, we must be thankful. And we must be thankful to God as well. Dine hast pav karan netra rasna. Tiseh tyag avar sangrachna. Dine, he gave. Hast means hands. Pav means feet. Karan, ears. Netra, eyes. Rasna, tongue. Tisah tyag avar sangrachna. But still we feel God did not give us anything. One of my friend, he just had a operation of his knee just 1 week back, and he paid in lakhs, maybe 3 or 4 lakh. And still we just met, and I was just asking like, how was your experience? How was your operation? I thought, I believe, and I hope you are all right and well now. Then he said, yes, I'm very thankful to insurance company. I had insurance policy, health insurance. Okay. Then he said, I'm very thankful to my doctors who did it very successfully. Now still I have some pain, but still I'm thankful to my doctor and my insurance company as well, because I did not pay much. Then the thought came in my mind, we are thankful even after paying huge amount to doctor, even still there is a pain, still we are not able to walk properly. Are we really thanking to God who gave originals? Now we are thankful to doctors or any other people, even after paying, still we say thanks, but the one who gave us original eyes, the one who gave us ears, the one who gave us good, healthy life and pure body, do we have time to say thanks to God? We need to think about it. So how can we overcome from ungrateful person to grateful person? There is a secret of that is being thankful. Be thankful. If we can say thanks, definitely we can grow in our life. And it is very simple. It's not much hard. If we think about it, the reason behind, we don't think whatever we have. We just focus whatever we don't have. This is why anxiety comes. This is why stress comes. This is why depression comes, because we are not able to see the things that we already have. If we can see it, trust me, we all are very much happy. If we think about it, we have good family. Isn't it the reason to be thankful to God? Everyone don't have parents. Everyone have different things. Someone may don't have proper family. If we have, we must say thanks to God. If we have good friends, in the hard times, they are ready to stand with us, we should be thankful. If something bad happens to us, if we go to hospital and we are looking for oxygen, then we need to pay huge amount. We are paying, then we are getting oxygen. Still, we say thanks to doctor, you saved my life. Then we must be thankful the one who is giving oxygen free of cost on daily basis, gallons and gallons of oxygen without any charge. If we can say thanks to a doctor who took money and then saved our life and gave breath, we must say thanks to God as well. Just thanks to God, you are giving me oxygen every day. I'm getting a lot of things. If we'll start counting the things that God gave us, then definitely we can be happy. Because the reason behind ungrateful, we are feeling we deserve more, but we are getting less. The secret of happiness is being thankful because we have already got a lot more than we deserve. If we can think in that way, there are many people, those who are not able to get proper food, or we can say they are not getting 3 time meals in a day. If we are getting it, we must say thanks God. Thank you, Vaheguru. There are many people, those who are paying to get oxygen, we are getting without any charges. At least we can say thanks to Vaheguru, thanks to God, you're giving me a body parts. As we just told, one of my friend changed his knee, still he was thankful. And we are, if we have original body parts, we are not getting pain, we should be thankful. We just forgot about it. There are many people who did not get eyes, blind people. There are many blind people. We are able to see. Can't we say thanks to God? There are many people who cannot hear properly. If we can hear, we can say thanks to God. There are many people who are not able to manage day-to-day life expenses as well. If we are able to, we can say thank you, Vaheguru. I don't need to ask to someone. I don't need to beg. You made me that much capable. I'm able to save my family. I'm able to feed my family. Thank you very much. If we are healthy, the moment we reach hospital, then we realize the one, if we are happy and if we are healthy today, we may not know the actual value, but the moment we went to hospital, then we are ready to pay huge amount. By the end, what we say, we normally says to doctor, I'm ready to give you any amount, just save the life. So if we take deep dive, we are alive. This is the greatest blessing. Can't we be thankful? At least we are alive. We are human. What else we are looking for? We have life. We are human. Do we still need something else? I think so. This is also more than enough. We are getting air free of cost. We are getting water, earth to live, sunlight, fire is also there, electricity, sun, rivers, everything is given by God. We can be thankful. We must be thankful. If we start looking at those things, then definitely we can show some gratitude. The reason behind, we are just looking at the things that we don't have. So how can we come from ungrateful to grateful person? How can we be show our gratitude? It is really possible by saying thank you. Being thankful to your friends, whatever they are doing for you, small or big, at least they are doing something, we should be thankful. It is very easy. So if we start looking at those things, then definitely we can change our ungratefulness to gratefulness. And this is, now we just discussed, we should be thankful because we got a lot of good things. And here Guru Nanak Sahib Ji in Japji Sahib says, Ketya dukh pukh sadmar epe daat teri datar. I am thankful to you even if you are giving some pain, some problems, some troubles to anyone, to me. Even if you are giving me some sorrow, some stress, some problems, still I'm thankful to you. But now the question comes, we can be thankful after getting good things, but how can we say thank you if we are getting pain? This is also a mystery that we will try to understand in the shadow of Gurbani on next Tuesday, 7 p.m. What is Dukh Sukh and how can we be thankful and what is the role of Dukh Sukh in our life. But the short thing is that we should be thankful for each and everything. This is the way to come out of ungratefulness, and we just need to think how many things did we get that others don't have. The reason of ungratefulness is we are just counting the things that others have but I don't have. But reason for happiness is we need to look at the things that I have but others don't have. Maybe someone is blind but I have eyes. Someone can't speak but I can speak. Someone in the hospital but I'm sleeping in my bedroom, thankful. Someone may be getting paid oxygen but I'm getting free of cost in my room, thank you. And if someone, any of our friends, family member showing some sympathy, helping us in any way, if we can show thank you, we can get deserving, we can get respect in social life as well, and we will be get accepted on religious ways as well. So today's takeaways are, firstly, we try to understand the definition of ungratefulness, the one who's not able to say thanks in return, the one who feel that was his right, so in that way, he don't say thanks. He just think it was his right. So that is how ungratefulness begins, unaccepted in social and religious point of view. So these things, ungratefulness, if we are ungrateful person, society, social life, our friends and family, no one will accept us. But if we can say thankful, if we can appreciate someone, whoever is helping us, and we all know man is island, we must remember it. And if we can do it, then definitely it will be helpful for us. God gives nourishment even to the ungrateful. Yes, it's possible we may not get proper respect in society, but food, God doesn't stop. Air, God doesn't stop air or food. Definitely we will get it. And the thing, how can we overcome from ungratefulness to greatness? It starts, the first step of this way is stop complaining. What we are doing, 10 वस्तु लै पाछे पावे, एक वस्त कारण बिखोट गवावे, एक पी न दे 10 पी हर ले, तो मूड़ा कहो कहा करे. We are just complaining, I did not get this. But whatever we have, if God will take that, then just think about it. We are healthy. If tomorrow we hear any bad news, like we have any disease, then definitely we'll think about health. We'll able to spend our entire money or wealth to just to be healthy. So the greatest blessing, be thankful for, if we have good family, we are getting proper food, we are getting breathe, water, air. Today's work, I would say, we just start counting like what God is giving to us, even without saying, without asking. And mangya dan devana, without asking, God is giving us many things. And be thankful for every situation. That is the way, that is the path we need to walk on. Then definitely we can get happiness in our life. So the greatest blessing of all, we can say, we are alive. What else, or what more grateful than this? If we are alive, this is the greatest blessing, I believe. And if another greatest blessing is we are human, we are listening to Gurbani, we are walking on this path, we all are trying to understand. So these things are the greatest blessing. Then definitely we can get peace in our life. May God bless us all. May God give us the power to say thanks to everyone, thanks to God, and to each and every person we must say thanks for their works, for their deeds. And this is actually possible. We just need to work on it. And I would just say we all must try. In any short thing, any small thing, we must say thank you. Even if a small thing, even if we just hanky, just or our mobile phone just fall down, someone collected, give, thank you. Anyone meeting us, asking how are you doing, everything is fine, thanks for asking. Once we know, we need to make this as a habit of being thankful. So once it will become habit, then definitely this will bring more and more happiness in our life. So thank you so much to entire Sangat who listened, joined every week and give your precious time. Thank you so much for every Sangat member. Now it's the time to interact with you. If you have any questions, if you have any feedbacks, any suggestions, or God gave you any thought in your mind that you would like to discuss with all of us, then you all are most welcome. I'm giving the option to unmute yourself. You all can unmute yourself one by one and we can discuss the things. Thank you so much once again. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Hanji. Yes, I gave the option. You can unmute. If someone face any issue or not able to unmute, then you can let me know. Yes, please. Hanji Gurmeet ji.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, Master Ji.
Hanji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh Gurmeet.
Okay. Very interesting topic and very relevant in these times, challenging times in society, you know, because we are so indulged in our own self needs and self, I would say, self, I mean, taking care of ourselves that we forget, all right, to be grateful for a lot of things that makes things possible for us to enjoy the things that we have, the people we have, and also, I mean, we are blessed, you know, we forget that. So I think this is something we have to really self-reflect and tell ourselves, everything that we have now, okay, like you said, that given, God given, our body, our senses and everything, we should be grateful. When you are, you know, complaining that, oh, I got a lot of, you know, I would say a lot of issues, okay, I cannot see very well and all that. Think of a person who is blind. He can't see at all. So I should be very grateful that at least I have eyes. And my eyes may not be very clear, but I can use glasses and, you know, improve it or whatever. But so these are simple things that we have to reflect in life to be able to understand and appreciate. And, you know, with appreciation comes being grateful, you know. So this is very important. And I think it's something I would say debatable. Matlab ke, for one person, simple things is they are happy already. So some people, they want more things. So the greed part comes in. So like your, you know, Bani, we have been reminded many times, all right, our greed must be controlled. So because of our greed, we tend to be wanting more and more and more. And that's how we become ungrateful for what we already have. So we overlook, we forget what we have, and we think about what we more and ask for more. So our asking and our wanting will never end. So I think it's out for us to self-reflect and think of what we already have, be grateful, and if we have more, share. And I think by sharing also, you will show that I'm so grateful that I have this, and the next person don't have. And that's where we start to, you know, Vandashak, you know. So we share. So it's something, I think being grateful first for yourself, for what you have, will make you think of others. But if you keep on thinking that I don't have enough, I don't have enough, you will come from a place of not enough. So when the day you say that you have enough, even if it's not enough per se, matlab ke, not so much, the little that you have, be grateful. I think with that step first, I think we will be grateful for anything that comes along our way, because we know how to appreciate and understand gratefulness, you know. So I think, like you said, some people will say, okay, menu, any milia and all that will never end, never
Exactly.
end.
Exactly.
And so I think this being grateful, I think, is individual, is where you are now. Just sit down and write down. I have this thing when I sometimes think too much about other things. I start writing down. I'm grateful for. I start
Yes.
listing. I have a family. I have got children. I have got, I have got a roof over my head. I got all this.
Yes.
I have a health. Very important is my health, because health is wealth.
Exactly.
Nobody can buy health with wealth. I'm telling you, because when you get sick, when you lie in the bed, you realize, my God, I spent so much money on this, medical costs and all that. But have I ever said thank you to Waheguru for the good health that I was enjoying? I forgot him. So it's sometimes a reminder to us. Waheguru gets his way of telling us, oh, you forgot me, right? So now, Hona, wake teri halat, So it's like a reminder to us that
Exactly.
please reflect, appreciate, and understand gratefulness to be able to live a good life, a contented life, and be able to share, with what you have, and not be greedy and never ending asking, So be grateful and be contented is very important to be able to, I think, have happiness in life. So that's my take on this topic about ungratefulness. Though this topic is very, very wide, a lot of things can be said. I think I
Yes.
give the other Sangat a chance to speak too. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Gurmeet ji, very beautifully in the short time you complimented and shared your point of view as well. So thank you so much, Gurmeet ji.
Welcome, Master Ji.
Haji Tara ji, you are unmuted. Would you like to add something? I hope this is your. Haji.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh, Master Ji.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Tara ji, is it your name is Tara, right? Yeah.
Tara and Kartar.
Okay, Tara and Kartar ji. Haji Tara ji.
I don't know why Tara came. All the while it's been Kartar.
Oh, it's just written maybe on your name you entered Tara or someone else. But okay, no worries. Haji Kartar ji, please.
Okay, I think I agree with Panji Gurmeet that this topic is very relevant in these tiring times, because we have forgotten to appreciate and be thankful for what we have. For me, I feel that when we think we are the ones that have achieved, provided, and accomplished, versus God who empowers, supplies, and sustains, then pride comes in, because we think we did everything, right? And out of this, we become ungrateful, because we put the success on ourselves and think that whatever I did is me and me myself. Nobody helped me. Nobody guided me. So that is when we become ungrateful, or when somebody helps and we forget to say thank you. That is, I think, is very rare, because we always do say thank you to everyone. I mean, I do. I don't know about the others, but it is a very, very relevant topic, because in these times we have really forgotten how to appreciate what we have. And ungrateful man believes that he's the center of the world, not God, because he thinks everything is me and myself. Right?
Exactly.
And if we take some time and look into ourselves and deep down, I think we will realize that we have a lot of things in us that we should be thankful and grateful. Like Panji said, we like, or you also said that we breathe, we walk, we see, we do things, we work, we have a family. If we make a list, we have so many things that we are grateful, should be grateful for. Instead of worrying, why God, my hand is not working, why God, my knee is not working. But did you sit down and think that there are so many parts of your body that are working? Shouldn't we be thankful for that?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, I can still walk. I can still walk with my walker or anything, not lying in bed. And and if we really look deep inside us and feel blessed that we have all these parts, then our mindset can shift. It can shift from the anger, the fear, the lack of understanding towards God or towards friends who didn't help you at that time because we do not know what they were going through or why they couldn't help us.
Exactly.
And if that positiveness and gratefulness can come into our mind with understanding, then our perception changes from ungratefulness to gratitude.
Exactly.
Whatever we have, wherever we are, and all that we are comes from the hand of God. That is something we must not forget, which I think we always forget. Because we always say it's मैं कीता, मैं कीता, मैं कीता. But we never say कि रब दी भी मेहर विच हैगी सी.
बिल्कुल.
है ना? ओदी भी कृपा हैगी सी. We always forget that. And I feel that for whatever I am, who I am and where I am, I should be very, very grateful to God, to my friends who have helped me throughout, and be very grateful for every day, every moment should be filled with thankfulness and gratitude because it is a God's gift to us. Very beautiful, enlightening lecture and a reminder and much needed at this time. Thank you very much, Masterji.
Thank you so much, Kartarji, for sharing your views and your point of view. It's really very helpful for all of us. Thank you very much, Kartarji.
Thank you.
Hanji, any other Sangat member who would like to contribute? Yes, Ramanji, unmuted yourself. Yes, Ramanji, would you like to add something?
Masterji, can I?
Hanji, Hanji, sure, please.
Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh ji.
A thought occurred to me, just the opposite view, the other side of the thing. That is, I am a doctor. Now I'm retired.
Okay.
So I will explain. I will relate to you some experiences.
Yes,
very
please.
short. Where you do in the normal course of your work, we do a lot of things, and some of those things are beyond the normal expectation, or you strive to do better, and then you don't expect things, but it is nice to be acknowledged. If you save somebody's life, say somebody who has had a bad accident, and then you, through very difficult means, because you don't have all the equipment and everything, but you still go ahead and consult the neurosurgeons. And then they said, you go ahead and do that operation. And even though they said, because if you don't do that, the person will die. And then you go ahead and do it. And you got only a little bit of experience, but you go and do it and you're successful and the person is saved. And then subsequently, after about 7 weeks, the person, I sent her along to a bigger hospital. And then she comes back 6 weeks later, and she comes back to thank me for having saved her life. Look, I said, I never expected that, but it's nice to know that.
Nice to know.
Just the other side of it. Just, I thought maybe, just the other, how good you feel if somebody takes the trouble to thank you when you're not expecting it. You say, I just do my job, and yet you get thanked. So you say, the good part of it is, Vaheguru Ji di meher de naal mere ko ho gaya. I was able to, but she comes along and thanks you, because she had been told that if your doctor had not done what he did at the time, you will be dead. So maybe just to put the other view, the other side of it.
Thank you so much, Hardayalji, for sharing your view. So definitely thanks, acknowledgement, appreciation is much needed in today's life. We are just forgetting about it. Everyone is
Yes,
just thinking like they are just doing their work, no need to appreciate. But if someone appreciates, say thanks to you, it's always good. And it was really nice hearing your life experience, Hardayalji. It's really very nice story. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, Vardhyalji, for sharing this. Yes, anyone else from Sangat member who wants to contribute or wants to share his feedback or experience, so you can unmute yourself. Or if someone is facing any issue while unmuting or not able to, you can let me know and we can try. Yes. Hanji Jagjit ji.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਮਾਸਟਰ ਜੀ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਜਗਜੀਤ ਜੀ.
Okay, I would like to talk about being on the other side of the fence. For example, about this being ungrateful, the ungratefulness. What the receiving party experiences is betrayal. And betrayal is a very strong emotion. You know, one feels emotionally distressed. You even experience pain and hurt. So I think when we pitch it this way, because sometimes the word ungratefulness may not be taken so lightly, but when we look at it this way, has the fact that it can cause betrayal. Why I'm saying betrayal is because you started off, from the beginning about, you just keep giving. So there are some people in this world who just keep giving and they don't receive. So they feel that the other party has just been so ungrateful. So can you imagine that, this feeling of ungratefulness and for the receiving party is betrayal? Because a very good example is what Gangu did. What Gangu did to Mata Gujri and the two Shehzade. There was that trusting relationship, right? He lived in that house. He ate in that house. We always say, don't betray someone's, if you've eaten the salt of that home. He lived in that house. Guruji had a trusting relationship with him. But see what happened. His ungratefulness led to betrayal. And in this case, it was a serious betrayal because it caused the death, it caused the death. Yeah. So this is one aspect of it. The other one, I think this thing about, let's get to the lighter side of it. I know this thing about not appreciation of life, ungratefulness, but I very much think it's a very generation thing because okay, I came from a generation where I've seen hardship, right? So I know what is poverty. I know what it's like to, really having a difficult time in life. So maybe how I look at life, how I perceive at life will be entirely different with perhaps some of the current generation. Like you look at the Gen Y or the Gen Z, some of them just grew up with a silver spoon, right? So for
Exactly.
them, it's like, their glass will always be half empty. It's never enough because that's how that generation thing is. So I think this thing about appreciation, I won't say ungratefulness because that's a different word altogether. But if you talk about appreciation, I always feel that it's a very much generation thing because I've seen this among my peers and I've seen this even, don't go far, you haven't seen it in my kid because it's a generation thing, right? So I think it's like for some people, sadly, their glass will always be half full only, and it's never enough for them. So the reality of life is like you put it, and so did, the rest of the speakers. I think it's time, like what you say, let's focus on what we have rather than what we don't have. Thank you, Master. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you so much for sharing your life experience, like how you grown up and how all things happen in your life. But thank you so much, Jagjit ji. Hanji, any other Sangat member who wants to contribute in today's lecture? Hanji Amarjit ji.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਮਾਸਟਰ ਜੀ
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, Amarjit ji.
before I start master ji let me thank you for giving us always a wonderful lecture and may Vaheguru bless you with such wonderful Bibek booth that you already have.
Vaheguru Ji
so
Ka
since your lecture is about being thankful, so I'm starting off with being thankful to you.
Right.
Okay, there's a story that is in my mind, which I heard recently also. Like since Panji Jagdi just mentioned about gratitude.
Yes.
There was a farmer. Sorry, there was a landlord. All
Okay.
right, who had a land that needed to be restored. That means he wanted to start doing farm. He wanted to do farming, so he advertised people to come and work for him to plow the land and all that. All right. So, and he was willing to pay them 500 rupees, for example.
Okay.
So people started coming early in the morning. So the day went on. Some came very early, some came late, and some came very much later. So at the end of the day, right, when he was supposed to pay them, he decided to be very generous. He paid everybody 1,000 rupees. All right. So
Okay.
those who came early, they felt very injustified. मैं तो कदों ਦਾ ਆਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ 100 ਰੁਪਏ ਉਹ ਹੁਣੇ ਆਇਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ 1000 ਮਿਲਿਆ. No, they felt very unhappy. So this is our condition as well. When we see somebody else getting more, we become very unhappy when we don't realize that actually you were getting more than what you already promised us.
Exactly.
You get what I mean? Okay, that's what I wanted to
Very
share.
nice.
Attitude of gratitude.
Thank you so much. Very nice story and very relevant, Amarjit ji. Exactly, this is what happening in our life. We are just more focused on someone else, and we are not thinking we are also getting more than we deserve. Actually,
Yes, ji. Thank you so much, ji. Vaheguru ji ka
thank you.
khalsa, Vaheguru ji.
Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh. Thanks again for sharing this wonderful story, Amarjit ji. Hanji, any other Sangat member who wants to contribute, ji? Hanji, Kuldeep ji.
Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.
Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh, ji.
I had chosen to remain silent today.
Okay.
but I think, yes, I'm tempted to speak as well. You know, being ungrateful is a very, very common, what shall we say, it's an inherent personality character we have in all of us, you know. Why are we like that, you know? We are selfish, we are self-centered, we are always thinking of me and my right. So when we are always in this kind of state of mind, you know, whatever somebody else does for us, we take it, we expect it, we take it as our right, we take it as we deserve it, but we never look at the other side of it, you know, that someone has come across his way, you know, beyond his way to be thankful, to do something good for us. So it is, maybe it is a personality. And I was thinking of what Jagjit was saying, you know, the young generation now being like that. Why are they like that? You know, have we made them like that? Is it our fault that they are so self-centered and always thinking about themselves? You know, we have not shown them the other side of things. So there are a lot of conflicting thoughts that go through our mind. And, you know, like what Amarjit was talking about, $1,000. Greed begets greed. That is also one very common human feeling. No matter how much we want more. So we are never thankful, we are never satisfied, and we are never happy. And then I come to Baba Frid's Bani. Rukhi sukhi khai ke thanda pani piyo, dekh parai chopadi na tarsaye jiyo. So this is the essence of Gurbani, I feel, you know, that we should always be thankful, we should be satisfied with what we have, and don't be, you know, don't make our life miserable because of what we don't have or because you have less than the other. So it is a kind of a teaching that we must be contented, we must accept, we must take what comes our way, and we always must be mindful when someone comes across and does something for you that, you know, you didn't even expect it, and you know, you should be grateful for it. So that's how I look at different life situations and all. And yep, that is, I think, about what I will say today. Thank you very much. And I think you invoked a lot of conversation today. That is very nice. It's a very healthy discourse and discussion. And a very sort of congenial atmosphere is created with your lecture and your thoughts. And of course, the gems of Gurbani you always give to us at the end. Thank you very much, Satvinder ji. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki
Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you so much for complimenting and contributing in today's lecture, Kuldeep Kaur ji. Thank you very much. Hanji, any other Sangat member who wants to contribute? Hanji, Hardeep ji.
Hanji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh ji.
Hanji, it's a very good lecture, Satvinder ji. And the first line itself, which you quoted from Bani, Kete Lele Mukkar Pai, it just explains that we human beings, we just take, and then we don't realize so much we have got, but we are not thankful. And one thing we don't have, we tend to focus on it. So we human beings, we take a lot of things for granted, and we don't realize that these are given by God. We should be thankful. And one example I just thinking is because of COVID, some of the patients were seriously ill and they needed oxygen in the hospital. And then only they realized later when they got well that they had to pay for oxygen there. But whereas, previously all oxygen is free and they never realized it. Yes. So sometimes some things happen and then we realize that so many things are given to us, but we take it for granted. So as you finally say, we need to be thankful. But just Sukhmani said, which we can, inna kuch hai te fir bhi ek cheez na mili te, and we keep focusing on that one thing. So very good lecture. Thank you very much. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you so much, Hardeep ji, for sharing your feedback, complimenting today's lecture, and for your contribution. Hanji, koi aur Sangat member who wants to contribute, or we can end up the session, ji? Okay, I would request you all, please unmute yourself so we all can say Fateh together. So, yes, let's say together, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh ji. Thank you everyone ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Master.
Thank you.